Greetings, celestial soul star family of the grandmother bear clan. Fully awake, fully activated. I have grandmother bear medicine woman on my altar right now, preparing to go on a great journey in the next couple days to our most powerful soul star family of the West, the Pure Land, connected to the condor of the South. She has powerful medicine. Today, I went on a 3-hour sacred journey, medicine journey with grandmother medicine bear, receiving many activations, many downloads, received several holy relics from Tibetan masters, which I have one upon my wrist right now, the ashes of one of the masters encoded into his sacred symbols, which will be working with me on this great mission ahead of the eagle flying with the condor, which I'll have stories at the end of today's transmissions about that. As she sits behind me on the altar, she's transmitting through this vessel and through my voice her great medicine. She has the black bear claw over her heart center, protecting her most sacred heart, and her long gray hair flowing down her back, and a blue dress with bear fur on the shoulders and sacred feathers. Aho. Today, with all these intense energies, fire rising up, divine mother, divine goddess, the great Venusian queen, lighting up the grid, lighting up the soul star, the soul spark. We had multiple earthquakes again around Pachamama, especially around the Ring of Fire all day today. 2 again in the Sacred Andes Mountains, a 4-4 in Argentina, and a 4-4 in Chile, which synchronizes with the 8-8 Lion's Gate, which is coming up in several days now. And these energies and power and fire are just going to keep amplifying, intensifying over the next few days. So keep anchoring into Pachamama, lying on the earth, connecting to your sacred portals. We had a 5.8 in Papua New Guinea with the Lemurian energy, 3.5 Puerto Rico with the Atlantean. Chile had another 3.9. Then we had this trinity on the Ring of Fire, 4-4 in Indonesia, 4-2 in the Banda Sea, and a 5.0 in Maluka Sea. Multiple activations again in the crown of Lemuria, the sacred queen activation of the divine crown, opening, activating, amplifying the ascension energies. Multiple earthquakes, 3.8 Aleutian Islands, 4.8 Sand Point in the Bai Hui, and then another 3.6 at Sand Point. Most powerful today was the 5.8 in Papua New Guinea. So again, every day, portals opening, sacred centers activating. Aho, 444 coming in, 37 into the 73, heaven on earth. False 3D is on its last leg, rising up. 5D is all that resonates right now. So just keep focusing on the love that's in your heart, the love of humanity, and the love of all your soul star family. We are all being connected. The recalls are coming in daily now, and the deep connections are transmitting to all love workers all over this realm, stationed at every sacred portal on Pachamama. Aho. Today's first transmission from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Lee Paror. We are a living light code, star essence and origins, embedded with a matrix of consciousness, quantum liquid plasma technology, coded to a multi-dimensional reality. Problem is, humanity has been spellbound, anesthetized, programmed with controls placed within our consciousness over time. Essentially, we have been cut off energetically from the source of our genesis. Key is understanding the holographic nature of reality in our body, how energetically we are connected at a body planetary galactic level, holographic conscious living entity, embedded within living consciousness grids, networks of communication for the energetic evolution of all living things, whereby everything in the unmanifest has a blueprint prior to actualization into matter. Note, those whom have been watching my recent travels to Sedona, this is the ongoing intel gathered from the seat of the North Star, the Golden Eagle grid based in Iran, Iraq, is a major communication stargate that operates in conjunction with the Great White Lion Grid situated in Egypt that is connected via grids to Sedona to naturally align into the heart of the Andromeda Galaxy, our way out of this distorted matrix. Key global access centers connecting our energetic solar star and physical aspects of planetary and our multidimensional nature to unity consciousness that supports the law of one. The architecture of the vertical staff pillar designed to stream incoming source codes, cosmic rays from north to south, with the outgoing frequencies spinning up the pillar running south to north, foundational template to planetary and human sovereignty, whereby the female principal heart holds the placement for the male principal heart to anchor the horizontal rod pillar into the vertical staff pillar, central core inside the heart complex, which evolves into a male-female heart twining function when they unite, the marriage of Hyros, Garos, to transpire. Problem is how this rod and staff configuration has been tampered with for eons, artificially tilting the planet away from the galactic core and incoming rays seeding our evolutionary path, pointing to a black hole, aka the beast machine with its 666 seal, creating a quarantine field called the Wall of Time, ring past net, with its distorted light operating system of the Gregorian calendar and war, divide and conquer, imprints of a blood cult in service to an electromagnetic harness field, soul catcher, a sail light at the end of the tunnel, blocking access into the higher dimensions and parallels, and to eliminate the mother principle. Where she is not, there is no life, that births the golden Christ consciousness child via her birth canal, womb gateway, vortex into this dimension, coated with fractal ley lines of planet Earth. Yet on this day out of time, the bridge between the old and the new tomorrow, the galactic New Year's, the air is changing as new elements are streaming forth, activating genetic information to occupy your space and time. Look to the sun to see the restoration that is now underway as we are aligning back to true north within the core of the galaxy. We are being upgraded, as are the stargates. Some may see the sundog in the skies with the Sirius suns, the galactic royals now streaming through strong. With it comes the dolphin rainbow bridge. Even though they continue to spray the skies, we are being restored as the distortion of lies is now exposed and cleared away. We are the now guardians ushered in here to see a divine plan coming into its fruition, now downloading the instruction sets of information to these new times. We have work to do. First is to stop listening to the propaganda that has us in divide and conquer mode against each other, and begin to adhere to the law of one, right relations for all, with father, mother, child, restored as the Trinity we are. We are being asked to change and be as one, to prepare the planet and our body's energetic anatomy to sovereignty, liberation, and crowning, activate the 7 circuits within the brain, aka 7 levels of heaven to conscious mastery, to correct the male and female, rod and staff, planetary architecture, along with repairing the androgynous Albion body template, building wings through the horizontal planetary rod pillar for the masculine electrical principle, the roadmap from the lower triad of our being, planet, to the higher monad of our being, planet, transforming our light field into a toroidal aura, with access to stargate systems on this planet and stargates that lead into other dimensional spaces. The kids of this new generation get this on so many levels. They are the intergalactic interface between dimensions, worlds. Most of the older generations merely fell asleep at the wheel. The indigo, crystal, and rainbow starseeds will lead the way into peace. The goal is to be of service in a higher reality experience, next level by divine design, avatar intelligence, bodies designed to connect to the soul by 12, connect to the monad by 22, and be an avatar by 33, to be superseded, full multidimensional being to come. Universal and planetary stargates are now being upgraded to 24D by way of a new, ancient light operating system coming online. We have the technology within our consciousness, crystal, liquid, medium structures subject to frequency. As specific planetary gates activate, as do we, The higher heart and back of the neck start to feel higher energies streaming in, 13th gate opening up to the next harmonic universe. Beyond resides the three primal sounds of creation, Trinity flame, where the whale and the dragon meet. And they have met. Note, as for America, once referred to as the golden calf, to be sucked dry, chopped up, and sold off piece by piece until there is nothing left but the biggest welfare-controlled state. Look at what happened in Yugoslavia. As we get ourself and planet back with the guidance of the Postmaster General to be transformed into a new America, land of the turtle, door of the child with the primary, infinite fractal, located in New Mexico, back online. You'd be thinking this has all been a simulation, game of consciousness learning about itself, constructed to the support, the law of one, all with the sovereign right to thrive, free from programming and control. Footnote, look to how those in charge of this current pandemic, locked down into quarantine, are zapping our third eye, center of the forehead that is being targeted with an infrared ray laser gun to take our temperature in response to a virus that has a high survival rate. Knowing a laser thermometer is more accurate on the wrist or elbow. Our pineal gland is an integral piece of our energetic anatomy, designed to grant us access to interdimensional reality, coupled with the thalamus gland as part of our higher sensory perception and spiritual guidance system, not to forget the production of the hormone melanin that uses light to change into something else. Breath is primary to our health and the direction to the genetic mutation we put into motion, access to the zero-point field that is the source of our genesis, energetic reality of intelligence beyond thought form. And today from Astro Mama, August 2020, the light within you will always be a guide. True strength is built in darkness. You are the universe, and the universe is you. Welcome to August 2020. We have made it to the 8th month of 2020. Pat yourself on the back and acknowledge yourself. What seems like the 8th year in a decade, the year of 2020 continues to no doubt be a year unlike any we have ever seen before. August 2020 holds an inspiring promise of courage and tenacity. Just when you thought you couldn't take any more of these crazy times, August 2020 reminds you otherwise. It is here to encourage you that in fact you are more resilient than you realize. You are a warrior of true divine light and grace. You are here for a reason and you matter. Never lose this ray of hope and sunshine. It is within you at all times to access. We begin the month on August 3rd with a full moon at 11 degrees of Aquarius. Full moons are emotionally charged and signify endings, completions, and manifestations. Aquarius, the 11th sign of the zodiac, is known to be independent, detached, progressive, and original. The full moon in Aquarius will spark many altruistic and community-based ideas and actions. Aquarius rules the people, and at the time of this full moon, we will want to emotionally liberate ourselves while also lending a helping hand to our fellow man, woman. There might be an air of detachment emotionally, however, as Aquarius is a mental air sign and also quite unpredictable. At the time of this full moon, Uranus, Aquarius's ruling planet, will be forming a 10th square to La Luna as he proceeds in the sign of Taurus. Uranus and Taurus in a square to the full moon in Aquarius will bring up unexpected and surprising situations around our emotions and gut instincts. A zigzag of feelings could occur and we could feel quite all over the shop with wanting our freedom and at the same time our sense of emotional fulfillment. Unexpected and perhaps unwanted declarations of feelings could be expressed in and around this full moon. Moving to mid-month on August 17th, 18th, the moon becomes new at 26 degrees of Leo. New moons are a fresh ray of hope and signify beginnings, initiations, and fresh starts. Leo, the 5th sign of the zodiac, is known to be courageous, heart-centered, creative, and self-expressed. The new moon in Leo will be an extra dose of sunshine that we so need at the moment. Since Leo rules creative and artistic expressions, this is a great new month to plant the seeds on a project or business that is near and dear to our hearts. The new moon in Leo will also be meeting up with Mercury, the planet of the mind, communication, and business, also in the sign of Leo. The new moon joining Mercury in Leo will add a dash of excitement and intellectual brilliance to our projects and plans. I would dare to say that the Leo new moon might be one of the brightest and most positive new moons of 2020. On August 22nd, the sun, which rules our life force, ego, and vitality, leaves its home sign of Leo and enters the earthy, mutable sign of Virgo. We now shift from the excitement and glamour of Leo over to the grounded and practical of Virgo. Our health and well-being, along with our need for order and organization, will become more important. On August 24th, Mars, the planet of aggression, action, and willpower, currently in his home sign of Aries, makes a tense 90-degree square to retrograde Saturn, the planet of the government, big business, and social status, in his home sign of Capricorn. You can see by just that description where this is going. Mars in Aries is the warrior with a heart on fire to conquer, fight, and take a stand on whatever causes he touches. Saturn in Capricorn is the big boss authority who loves rules and regulations and will restrict with tests and obstacles. These two malefics coming together in a tense, angry brawl could be quite serious. Mars in Aries squaring Saturn in Capricorn will feel like we have one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. The downside of this tense duo is that the anger and sense of restriction can make us lash out and perhaps feel rather weighed down and burdened. The upside of this tense duo is their ability to build and form true strength of character and tenacity to face anything in life. Be sure to take it one step at a time and not lose your stuff with this one. It won't be easy, but with grace, compassion, and a grounded stance, this aspect has the ability to provide another layer of tremendous strength and a growth to your life. August 2020 is here to remind you of your magnificence and strength. It is so easy with the madness that this year has brought to throw in the towel and just say F it and give up. This month wants you to declare a sacred pact with yourself. The sacred pact is that no matter what is happening in this crazy world we live in, that you won't ever, ever, ever give up. The world needs your light more than you will ever know. While it seems like the light might have burned out, there is always an abundance of it to access. In fact, it is within the darkness that true light can be found. It is the law of physics that one cannot coexist without the other. August 2020 wants you to stay the course and believe in yourself with everything you got. She is here to bring an awakening of creative light and love, the strength to get through the hardest of times, and the willpower and grit to rise up once more, ready to greet life with an open heart and solid stance. From astromama.com, today from the Archangelic Calendar. Gaia is in a water spirit setting, and this is an excellent thing. We are flowing like a stream with the power of the energy that we created. This energy will eventually bring peace to all galaxies as we are becoming prolific engineers. What a remarkable ride, discovering the power of making miracles happen. The Lightworker Legion has been given overwhelming praise for showing the initiative and know how to jump timelines purposefully. We can now classify this as divinity helps those who help themselves. We have opened the doors for a plethora of high-level timeline hopping initiated by our higher selves. It's a lot like true love first kiss. Once started, it opens the door for many others. We have arrived on a great timeline. We see this happening right before our eyes. We will have another opportunity to go even higher once we pick up some friends. It may feel like a time-traveling gypsy caravan, because that is what it is. This timeline's theme is Enjoy the Show. Kudos to the team for getting us here so quickly. This timeline features almost no veil, and you will physically see many things you have not seen prior. Angels, past loved ones, and other non-physical beings will be in full view for all eyes to see. They will also be startled at how ineffective their cloaking techniques are on this timeline. The Essenes were on this timeline many millennia ago and kept running even after they left. We are on the most divinely involved reality to date. There are more incredible events on this timeline than we could calculate. We must see this as an ideal timeline for dense transmutation because it is so light. We are ready and moving to the next phase, and we keep hearing this from very reliable sources. We are officially moving into the new era, and we will be building our dreams like never before. We have seen ourselves accomplish many miracles when we set our energy to it, and you can be excited about what is to come. We are also about to see significant changes in the calendar as well. These events always coincide in divine essence and timing. We cannot allow the sunrise and set to dictate our day. It causes a very polarizing mindset. Our routines will eventually define us, and we must keep mindful of all of them, including how we choose to compartmentalize our day. The hornets are part of our legions, which is why we have warned you so far in advance. We keep you well informed of these significant events before they happen so that you can react accordingly. You can easily communicate with them via telepathy, but you must approach them with respect. We have mentioned the time-space irregularities around the Russia-U.S. border. Someone should have probably taken that seriously, and the right eyes do see this. The galaxy sent us a giant I love you frequency. We should be very excited at the notion that this will physically manifest somehow. The tools for the assignments are in the description below. The assignments are: the CCP is fishing by the Galapagos, and when we say fishing, we mean destroying natural planetary rhythms. Hit the boats with everything you got. Not only do they deplete the ocean with one giant swoop, but they are also poisoning the sea at the same time. A hard metaphysical strike will be a valuable lesson for our perplexed friends. The most loving thing we can do is stopping them from accumulating karma that they cannot repay. Surzi, our galaxy, has requested the sacred flame, not to be confused with the violet flame and others. From your perspective, the only difference between a sacred fire and all other flames is how you use it. A sacred flame is more conscious and aware than the others. You cannot direct its color patterns. It decides what it needs and when. To use this flame, you must summon it with an open hand, which means evoke it and let it do its own thing. While you are in observation of it, the galaxy is calling for such a flame. Stay in view as long as needed. We recommend that you do the same for Gaia as well. Keeping up with the sound advice that we received from Archangel Raphael, we will anchor this timeline with profound healing and downloads. The most evident need we have is to bring feeling back to humanity. They have been numbed, censored, and drugged in many directions. We can slowly influence the healing of the general masses by engulfing the earth with rainbow plasma for a 72 count. Send the following flames to the names on Maxwell's list. The orange flame will reveal all truth, and if they are guilty or innocent, it will bring that to light. At this point, we must use the violet flame on all parties to transmute the damage inflicted. Send emerald green light to their victims for at least a 72 count. Summon forth the frequency of gratitude from within. Allow it to radiate out to the furthest reaches of our reality. From the archangeliccalendar.com, and today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 126, White Solar Worldbridger. Solar is a name for the number 9, and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. The 9th day of the White Mirror wave spell is a day of reckoning. Often we don't really look ahead in the calendar to see what is coming, and then it arrives spectacularly and takes us by surprise. Why am I being so dramatic? Let's look at the components that make up this day. First of all, in any of the 20 wave spells that we journey through, the 9th day is always the peak, the climax of the journey. It has so much power it's hard to handle. We are seeking truth in this 13-day wave spell, and so the 9th day is when the truth will be revealed, smacking you in the gob. I guess they call that gobsmacked. Today is White Worldbridger, which represents death, equality, and opportunity, and we were gobsmacked today. And so the 9th day of the mirror wave spell falls on a Worldbridger day. Bloody hell, here's an opportunity to cross a bridge. This is how we reveal the truth, or is the truth waiting on the other side of the bridge? This is what we must consider today. Death is a key word for Worldbridger, because in order to cross over, to die and become something else, we must make a sacrifice first. This is where the troll under the bridge comes into play. Pay the troll, make a sacrifice, that's the price. What do you want to give up? Is your ego too big, preventing you from progressing on your path? Has the truth eluded you because you cannot bring yourself to admit you have been wrong? Are you clinging on to guilt, shame, or bad memories? Only you can decide what has to die. You give something up for everything you gain, so pay your ticket and don't complain, sang Bob Dylan. In the shamanic and Taoist traditions, we say this is an even exchange of energy. It balances out the nature of the yin and the yang, the giving and the receiving. Aho. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White, Solar, Worldbridger, Goddess of the Light. I feel you. Kin 1262, August 2020, surrendering to Spirit. 2/8/2020 equal 2/8/22 equal 2/8/4 equal 14 equal 5. 2 twins, partnership, cooperative. 8 infinity, abundant, source, flow. 4 form, structure, foundation, earth. 5 freedom, change, liberation, transformation. Kin 126 equal 9 destiny, service, compassion, humanity, grace. A cooperative, bridging, and networking day. Day 9 in the white mirror wave spell of reflection, truth, illusion, endlessness, and magnification. Today we let go and let God, surrendering to the messages we receive from our true reflection in the mirror. Tone of creation, solar tone 9, operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power, pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization. Today we are pulsing this energy through surrendering to the messages of Spirit. We can flow with this current today, deeply connecting to all that is. Blue Eagle beckons you to spread your wings and fly like an eagle over the vast oceans of love, connecting us all, returning with a newfound, greater perspective. Although the landscape is vast, indeed the mighty oceans on our planet are all composed of single drops forming the greater whole. Without the drops, the ocean would not exist. Do not underestimate the value of each message you receive from Spirit, as from our vantage point we cannot see the big picture of the plan Spirit has for us. Broaden your horizons and allow Spirit to be the wind beneath your wings. The rainbow warriors choose fearlessness and realize our creativity arises from the pulse of the cosmos, revealing patterns of beauty through us. Our free will guides us on our quest back to the elegant design of the harmonic matrix. So precious solar star blossoms, today we let go and let God in order to invite us in and pulse forth the absolute bliss and ecstasy that beckons us from beyond the veils. Today is a great day to die to yourself, stretch your wings, and fly high over new horizons. Today's question is, how can I totally surrender and let go to the voice of Spirit and pulse this out to bridge worlds? Divine blessings for building the foundation of your new rainbow bridge to bliss. And Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic Worldbridger, Kin 66. Kin 126, White, Solar, Worldbridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to equalize. Realizing opportunity, I seal the store of death. With the solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of Spirit. And with these powerful soul star activations and downloads, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities, and all that is coming through in these great times. And I truly do appreciate all of your beautiful comments and messages you send me. It really lifts my spirit and the spirit of our teams, of the Rainbow Warriors, feeling the love, feeling the light, feeling your vibrations of higher density and higher light. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. Click the little bell to get notifications, future uploads, and as always, we have a link in the description below. Grandmother Bear is coming in. She's been tapping on my shoulder the whole time. This may get a little weird in a minute. We have a link in the description below this video to get to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your support and pledges on Patreon. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Bro Star of the Light, Jonathan, for your pledge. Appreciate you, brother. And thank you everyone else for your support. If you'd like to make a pledge, you can do so at patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd also like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Julia, for your donations. Appreciate you, Sister, and everyone else that's supporting this channel and our work with Prime Disclosure. So we'll get started here as I tap into the heart center, tell you a couple stories of this great journey today with Grandmother Medicine Bear over my right shoulder on my altar. She's activating the fire and the sky eye fully open, seeing into all realms, all dimensions, and all timelines being fully activated. And we have the great relic of Guru, of the Tibetan Buddhist lineage here with us, and many other powerful beings, the great Purba, and many of the elemental kingdom with us, thunder beings with us, all celestials, all immortals. And with the blue ray of Venus coming in from Grandmother Bear, we'll give you an update on the journey of the eagle and the condor, which the journey today, our great sister of the shamanic bear clan assisted me on this journey of the eagle flying with the condor. Last night, what came through from the eagle nation, the eagle sitting alone in his golden nest, fully open, fully exposed, protected by the dragons, the dark ones, what's left of the stupidity of the nefarious ones. Whenever they see an opening, they will try to close it down with a etheric spear. So they put a spear through the opening, the portal in the heaven gate. This portal is to bring in the holy light. So they're doing everything in their power to keep this game going, but they're going to fail. So we stay out of fear. So part of the journey was to remove that energy and to open it up further. What they don't realize, these draconian, reptilian, whatever you want to call them, archonic energies, but they don't realize the vulnerability and the sensitivity of the eagle is its great power, and it is dragon. So all this does, any attack or anything that they throw at the golden eagle body, all it does is make the dragons mad and rise up further. Everything is backfiring. That's why Grandmother Bear and I had a great laugh today, seeing their fruitless efforts of trying to stop this great prophecy from happening. So, if you hear strange sounds coming through, that means I'm tapping into another dimension which has been coming through this great journey. The Grandmother Medicine Bear, Pachamama, Mama Bear, powerful medicine, some of the most powerful medicine of healing. As she makes this journey from the east to the west, she's going to transmit to all of you this powerful bear medicine. So feel into that energy, feel into her great powers, the power of the black bear and the grizzly bear and the polar bear, the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the eagle and the condor. This prophecy is coming to fruition. It will happen no matter what it takes, no matter what energy I have to give to it. So the Grandmother Bear will use her body to rub up against yours, to pull out anything of the dark or of the negative and bring that into the earth and transmit to you her loving embrace. This is a great mother. So as I made a journey, my guides, spirit guides, and my higher self were telling me I needed a friend, shamanic friend, Lisa, to assist me on this journey. And plus to get spiritual gifts for my soul star family and the most powerful crystal children. So immediately upon walking into her sacred cave, I was led directly to a most powerful Purba. Purbas are the sacred dagger of power of the highest Tibetan practices, and they're used for many arts: opening, sealing, closing, protecting, transforming, transmuting many things. And this will be gifted to one of the most powerful crystal children of the Venusian clan. All the children of the Venusians are with us. The little dragon, these little angels will save this world, will heal, transform, and transmute to bring in the new earth. So as I journey today, several hours, connecting with each one, energy of my soul star family, the Venusian Elven clan. I received many downloads, transmissions, and many of the higher dimensionals. The angelics came through, jumping timelines and transmuting energy, chills shooting through my body with each gift we chose for each one of these divine beings of light. The power and energy coming in through the night and today. When I first met with the shaman, she stood multiple feet away. And as I was reading her energy, I felt a strangeness or awkwardness. And she reassured me she wasn't social distancing. So I said, thank you for telling me that, because the social distancing thing does not resonate with me. I'm a hugger and connector. So she said, no, that my energy was so intense and lit up that it was causing her body to go into an intense resonance, and she wanted to stay grounded as I was flying amongst the stars. Oh, thank you, Grandmother Violet. They're all with us now. So as I connected to each of the divine family of Venus, many chills shot through my body. Tears came out of my eyes for the love of my sacred nation, of the children, and of Mama, Papa Bear, and Grandmother, Grandfather Bear, and the Elven Queen, and all my angels. It's a love beyond explanation that's activated in the heart center. So as we were traveling in between worlds and other dimensions and higher realms to connect the most sacred part of this divine clan, this sacred clan, she was activated, the shaman, with Grandmother Bear, and we connected as she turned and her shoulder against my back as she pulled for the eagle, the great eagle. We are one. She removed this dark spear that Grandmother knows best how to remove these things. And as Grandmother connected to the most sacred part of self, it was quite hilarious. She was laughing and rolling around the ground as I was blasted forward, leaping into the air with a deep guttural laugh from the belly, this powerful laugh. And we laugh because we know love is one. We know any of the nefarious entities' energies, their time is up. It was when the great Ojibwe shaman, when he read my energy body many years ago, and he had a great laugh. He saw within me what we see within all of you that hear these words now, the great power, the great love, the great beauty that came to this realm to shift this whole realm to heaven on earth, the new earth. We do this through the love within ourselves to connect with our highest love, our highest self, and stay open. No matter how sensitive or vulnerable we feel, this is the way through the portal, feeling our way, not thinking our way. Then after 3 hours of journeying with all the intense energies and waves and activations, I went to the sacred portal, the sacred ground again, through the field. Pachamama, Gaia, sent me the gold butterflies again, and the sparrows circling around me, the sacred birds, very stealthy. And as I came upon the spot where I merged with the great eagle, the bald eagle, several days ago, what was there on the ground was a blooming, blossoming field of amazing, beautiful mushrooms, red and brown, many shapes, sizes. Gaia knows how much we love the mushrooms, the great shrooms of the earth. So several days ago in this area there were no mushrooms, and here they were, just popping out everywhere, every size, shape, many different colors. And as the rains gently came down, the sacred feminine energy, cleansing and clearing all that no longer serves, all that is not of the highest light, connecting with the great sacred eagle and condor. So if you could use this sacred flame to guide, protect, and heal all that may prevent this great prophecy from being manifest, and surround the eagle and condor with the sacred light and protection and field of love and truth. For this is the way, the truth, and the light, where the two become one, the wings touch, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, to transmit the highest love and light to all of humanity, to open their hearts fully, and it will transform and activate every relationship, every connection in all timelines, all dimensions, all realms, forevermore. There is no going back to the old ways, or the dark ways, we might say. Some of the old ways, of course, are beautiful, and taught us many things along the medicine way, the medicine path. But now as we activate the highest codes of the Christos, of the Divine Magdalene, of the pink rose, of the white dove, of the elven queen that came to heal humanity and heal the heart of the dragon and activate the heart. The dragon, after many years of negativity and trauma, abuse, all these things. See, the east, the dragon is sacred, rising to the light in the west. They turned it into something dark, which was false. It wasn't true, but it affected the dragon in many ways. So the dragon create layers upon layers of scales over his heart to protect it from anything that may try to harm it. And now that all the layers are stripped away, the dragon knows his mission as he transforms into the white golden eagle of the full prophecy, the eagle flying with the condor over the sacred mountains, all sacred mountains, the Andes, the Himalayan, the Kunlun, the Tian Shan, the Rocky Mountains, the Sierra Nevada, the Cien Mountains of the Immortals, the celestial mountains of the east, the west, the sacred mountains that rise into the heavens, into the holy sky, and see the white peaks and the blue skies above, and see the great shadow of the two becoming one as the wings touch in the most holiest of holies, the sacred temple, the temple that the most powerful dragons of all timelines open for them to reunite in holy matrimony. That is the divine waters and fire, the masculine feminine, creating and manifesting the most holy sacred light, sacred fire that blazes beyond anything in creation. This is the way in and the way out, the way home, that deep longing to return to the greatest beauty, the greatest love in all existence, in all dimensions, all timelines, all realms, here now, in this body where I always am. Separation programming ending, love program beginning, and feel into that in your deepest heart center, fully open, fully awake, and fully aware. Sacred rainbow warriors of light, Worldbridgers, the sacred crystal children opening the rainbow bridge for all of us, these great sacred children, the children of the sun, the children of the moon, the children of Hunab-Ku, the great spirit, the great mystery, the Holy Spirit, all coming through now, all merging, coming together in this center, the center of the medicine wheel, where the sacred fire blazes brightly for all to heal and transform into the great bird, the great winged nation. And in my most powerful vision of all timelines, when I see Mama Elf of Venus with her golden wings, bringing together the king and the queen's silver wings to unite, become one pure light of bliss. Aho, and feel that into the heart center. Feel the love of the great mother, the great creator, the most divine goddess of all dimensions. Here now. I love you, Elven clan. Thank you, Grandmother Bear, Great-Grandmother Bear, for joining us today. I love you all. Namaste.